Good morning everyone. I have edited yesterday's vlog, so I am going to do two separate ones because I've got one more clip to add to it, but it's basically half an hour long anyway, and I feel like that's quite good for my first vlog. So yeah, I'm going to edit that and put it up, and I'll do this as a separate one. So welcome back if you watched the other one, and if you're new, hello. I've just put some washing on, so I've just like stripped the bed, put that on. So it's such nice weather outside, it's literally blue sky, barely any clouds, so I might even attempt to put it out, which will be the first time this year, but it is quite cold, so I don't know. We'll have to see when it's finished what the situation is. I've done my skincare, but I've put another spot patch on because I squoze it this morning, but I had two white heads, which is pretty disgusting. But when I squoze it this morning, one of them burst but the other one didn't, so I'm hoping this spot patch like gets all the gunge out, but it's so painful. But I feel like you can't really see it with the spot patch on, so yeah, I'm just going to test it out and see how that is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm just going to have some breakfast now and I'll keep you updated throughout the day what we get up to, because I didn't introduce her yesterday, but I've got my mum and dad's dog Etta, who's literally watching me right now, and I've got my dog Honey. So yeah, if you haven't seen these before, this is my mum and dad's dog. She's a Bichon Frise, and my dog is a golden retriever who's constantly licking and scratching herself. So yeah, I'll probably take them to the beach at some point, but we'll probably just have a bit of a chill. I want to watch the F1 because I've seen who wins it, which is a bit annoying, but I haven't watched it myself, so I'm going to watch that now and catch up if it's on. I don't know if it will have been on. I assume it will have, because I think it was on Sky One at 7 this morning, so I'm hoping they've put it on demand or something already. Otherwise I might have to wait till later this afternoon if it's not on yet, or I might watch Maths if that's not on, Maths Australia, because I'm loving that at the minute. So yeah, that's pretty much me at the minute. Plan for today, really, I need to cut the grass, to be honest. Like, everyone's been cutting the grass because the green bin is going out. Very exciting, tomorrow, for the first time since last year, so everyone's been cutting the grass. So yeah, I might do that just to like spruce it up, and then that's like one less job to do. And yeah, just like pottering about, same as yesterday. But yeah, other than that, not really got any plans. But I'm quite looking forward to that, to be honest, because I'm on a course the next 2 days in work, so, and that's just like 9 to 5, and then the exam is Tuesday. So yeah, I'm just like chilling out before that, to be fair, and I feel like I just really needed a chill weekend, and it's the first weekend of mine in Etta as well, so that's just a bit of an adjustment having two dogs instead of one. But yeah, I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Probably looks like I've not done anything, but I've just put another wash on. F1 wasn't on because they hadn't put like the, I don't know why they do the preview so late, or the, not the preview, I don't know why they do the highlights or whatever so late after the race. Like, it really annoys me, like just do it straight after. But anyway, it's only just starting now really, but I'm going to take the dogs for a walk. I'm not going to take the camera out because I'm nowhere near that level of confident yet with vlogging. But yeah, I'm going to take the dogs out, but the weather has gone really cloudy now, so yeah, I've not ended up putting the washing out, which is annoying, and I'm absolutely freezing. I've just put the heating up, but I am only in a t-shirt today, which is probably wishful thinking, but I am still planning on trying to cut the grass today because I feel like that will make me feel really productive. But basically, I've just spent the last hour and a half after I had my breakfast editing the last vlog. I just haven't got the storage to upload it, which is really annoying, or I would have uploaded it by now, but I just need to delete a few things, move a few things around. And I've just uploaded 2 shorts onto YouTube as well, which are like both recent videos that I've done. So yeah, I have been productive. I just feel like I've been like just looking at my iPad, and I needed to charge this battery anyway. So I've got a gauge now of how much this will last me. I guess it'll last me like 1 day of vlogging, this battery. So I do need to buy another battery, I think, just to keep on top of it. But yeah, that needed charging, so I couldn't film anything anyway. But I've not done anything, so that's easy enough. But yeah, I'm going to go out now anyway, and I'll update later on what I'm getting up to. Probably just have some dinner and stuff when I get back and actually watch F1 at that point. So nothing very exciting here. You know what's so funny about Etta and Honey? Like, they just don't care if you say walk. I say I'm going for a walk. Literally nothing. I don't know, it's because they're both rescues, so they just don't have like the concept, whereas like when you have them from a puppy, like they know, don't they, straight away, even if you say like going for, like they know you don't even have to say walk. But these two just literally don't get it. It's only if I like get off, or if I start putting like my socks on, or obviously if I put the collars on, then they know. But if you actually say going for a walk, they don't do anything, which is quite nice, I guess. It's quite good. But it's just funny to me because our family dog Tess, we had her from a puppy, and she used to go crazy whenever we said walk, and we used to have to say W-A-L-K and spell it out instead. But I feel like even when we did that, because we did it so often, she twigged onto us even spelling it out. So yeah, they're very clever, aren't they? But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and I'm gonna go for a walk. Right, I've watched the F1 finally, and I'm now actually going to cut the grass, which I've said about 10 times, but I'm actually going to do it now. I've just uploaded the vlog from yesterday, which I'm so excited about. I feel really nervous, to be honest, which is a bit silly, but yeah, I feel like it's not going to get like any views anyway, which is obviously fine. But yeah, it's just weird uploading something for the first time. I feel like I was the same when I started posting on TikTok though. I feel like that was the same situation because I was just so used to Instagram. And then when I started posting on TikTok, I was like, oh, I don't know how people respond on here. So it was a bit weird. Thank you, honey, for interrupting. There's washing like all over the house because I've done 2 loads of washing today. But anyway, yeah, I've just uploaded that. So I need to like get out of the house and just do something. Because I just feel a bit like weird. I feel like if I sit too long doing nothing, then I start to feel really rubbish, and I feel like I'm noticing that pattern more. It seems quite obvious to say, but yeah, but equally I do need to rest, so I kind of struggle sometimes to sit there and not do anything anymore, because if I'm sat there I'm like, oh, I need to edit something, or I need to like check out my Instagram, or you know, I'm always like I need to do something. And it's like I literally work full-time. I'm not a full-time content creator. I feel like I need to get the balance of like, you know, rest and also like pursuing something which I enjoy. So it's really difficult, but I'm sure anyone who also works full-time and, you know, creates any sort of content can relate. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It feels like a minefield sometimes. I feel like my brain's constantly going with like, oh, I could do this video, I could do this, so I need to edit that, or, you know, like researching like what other people are doing just to get like inspiration and things like that. But I feel like I get in a bit of a rabbit hole with it sometimes, and I get a bit like, I don't know, overwhelmed with it all. So taking myself out of that headspace anyway. And yeah, going to cut the grass, which is very mundane, but I actually do really enjoy it. I find it quite therapeutic, and it's not that long, so I don't think it should take me that long, to be fair. But I'll feel better once I've done that, because that is like a job that you don't particularly want to do, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll check in later. So I've had my dinner as well. So when I've cut the grass, I'm gonna have another slice of my lemon drizzle, because that was very tasty. I made that yesterday. If you've not watched yesterday's vlog, I made that yesterday, and it's really good, but it's quite lemony and very sugary, which I don't mind, but I just feel like if someone else was to eat it, they might not like it, which is a bit sad. But I think it's quite nice, to be fair. I mean, maybe it won't taste as intense today, who knows. So I'm gonna have a slice of that once I've done the garden. That's the plan. I am halfway. Just take these out. I'm halfway, but I thought I'd just show you what I've done so far. There we go. There's loads of patches here, because also I've got a dog, so you can imagine what that is. But we also have moles down here, I think, because we have these like mole hills. Look how patchy it is. But that's a mole hill there, and that's one as well. So I don't really know what to do with that information. I think something's come through there as well, because you can see there's a hole that's been there for a while, so I don't think that's fresh. But yeah, that was really difficult to mow over that bit, because there's actually rocks. I think they've dug up rocks, the moles, when they've like put the soil to the surface. So yeah, this isn't looking great. But it looks better than it was. Like I've got all the, I didn't get the strimmer out because I couldn't be bothered, but I managed to kind of go on the edge, and that looks a lot better. And like down these edges, it's just like the posts here which I can't get into, and like here near this flower bed. So yeah, that's where I'm up to so far. I think you can see the stripes of it. Let's see if I show you from here. Yeah, you can see the stripes. I love doing the stripes, I feel like it's so satisfying. But yeah, all of it's dead. I feel like you can see it now. No, I've cut it. It's so dead. So I need to like rake it all up, I think. But that's for another day. I'm just doing a quick, well, as quick as I can because it's a big garden, but I'm doing a quick lawnmower. And then, yeah, I think I put down grass seed last year. And it honestly worked so well, so I think I'm going to do that again. But with the dogs being here, I can't put it down because obviously they'll be going out. I think it's poisonous for dogs. So when I last did it, it was when Honey wasn't here. I think she was away. I can't remember why she wasn't here, but I think she was at her mum and dad's for some reason. So yeah, I need to do it when I've definitely not got 2 dogs, but even maybe 1 dog. So yeah, it does look a lot better though. It won't seem it to you because I didn't show it before, but it does look a lot better. But yeah, I'm absolutely roasting, but it's going well. I think Honey likes the fresh grass. Honestly. That's all she's done, she hasn't even been toilet. Can you go toilet? Come on. No. I think they like it. We've got a strip of grass out the front, so I've just got that to do. But other than that, I am finished. I've done all the back now. I've literally just put it out there, but I have to give them the tea. Right, they're sorted. So literally 1 strip of grass and then I'm done. I'm honestly so tired now. I was like, I'm going to do a get ready with me, I'm going to do an empties video, I'm going to cut the grass. And like, I've only cut the grass and I forgot how exhausting it is because I've obviously not done it for ages. I'm like, it's so tiring. Honestly, maybe I'll get a second wind, but at this current moment in time, those other things will not be happening because I'm so tired. I've still got to like obviously make my tea and everything, so. Oh, what a day. I feel there's so much I want to do on a weekend. Does anyone else feel like this? There's obviously you just think, oh, I want to get to the weekend, I want to get to the weekend. And then you finally get to the weekend and then there's so many things I want to do. I always feel so overwhelmed and I always want a light in, so I do prioritise that because God knows I need my sleep. But because there's so many things I want to do, like I'm kind of like I don't know where to start, and then I always end up like watching an hour of TV and then it's like, oh, it's already like 2 PM and then I need my dinner, and it's like, I feel like it's just a whole thing. Like I feel like my time management at a weekend goes out of the window, but on an evening, like a weekday evening, I am quite good normally, and I am a night owl, so I do go to bed quite late. So I need to just utilise my evenings more, I think. But like I said before, I'm on a course for 2 days, like Monday, Tuesday now, coming up, so I'm gonna see what that's like. But I mean, obviously a lot of today, to be fair, was taken up with like editing videos and stuff, so yeah, that's what I was saying before, like, it's just finding the balance really, isn't it, of doing everything. I did want to go on the treadmill as well, so I probably will do that later before I go for a bath, because I've put it away, but I bought a walking pad, treadmill, whatever you want to call it, in January, and I was using it really consistently, and I still am, to be fair, but I haven't used it for probably about a week now, just with one thing and another. Like I've been out and stuff, so I've just not had time to use it. But I think I will actually do it today and just do it. I always say I'll just do half an hour and then it ends up being an hour, which is really good. And I literally just put my iPad with my the Kindle app on the stand thing, and then I literally just read a book for like an hour. So that's a bit of a hack. If anyone struggles to work out, take your Kindle or whatever you read in, even a book probably, but obviously Kindle's a bit easier to like hold on to and stuff, or put it on the treadmill. Just do that when you're exercising, because I feel like whenever I was going to the gym, and I've stopped going to the gym for ages because I just wasn't making time for it, but when I was going to the gym, I was also just listening to music, and whilst like that is motivating to an extent, if I'm on like the treadmill, like if I'm doing weights, obviously I would just listen to music, I wouldn't read a book if I was doing weights. But if I was on like the treadmill, or you know, you're doing the Stairmaster or something like that, I'd just get so bored. Like even on the treadmill, like I really enjoy walking. That's probably like my favourite exercise, is walking. I walk every day, but I just get so bored in somewhere. Like even if I go for a walk, I'd never really get bored because obviously like you're looking at things and there's like noises and whatever, so I don't really get bored on like if I'm outside on a walk. But when I'm inside, like either on a treadmill or something like that, because you got like nothing to look at, and you're just listening to something, I feel like I just don't really stay on it for as long as I should, because I just get so bored. So yeah, that's been a really good like exercise hack for me, is to just read my book. And I love reading as well. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you'll know that. So it kind of like kills two birds with one stone, because I'm exercising and I'm also keeping up with like the books that I want to read, and then I can like do my Instagram, do my TikToks about them. So yeah, I feel like that has really been helping me. But like I said, I feel like the past week I've just not had time to do it, but that is definitely on the list for today. I feel like I've been sat down for what, like an hour now, and I need to go. I'm quite hungry, but like I said, I'm going on the treadmill, I'm doing it, but I need to get changed first. So yeah, I'm gonna get changed now and then go on it for, I'm gonna say half an hour. I just remembered that I need to change the bed as well, because I stripped the bed in this morning. Does anyone else hate changing the bed? Honestly, if I don't change it straight away, the likelihood of me doing it is very slim until I actually have to get back in it. I was going to tell you before I got changed, because I just watched the end of the football, because like some of my boyfriend's gone this weekend, and we discovered that I have no interest in football, right? I'd never watched it before I met my boyfriend. Like, only my brother would have had it on TV, but like my dad never watched football, so we just never really had it on in the house. Like if there was a sport on, it was probably rugby. I'm out of breath after going upstairs. So yeah, we never had football on. I had like no knowledge of anything. Like I knew who like David Beckham was, for example, but I have no knowledge of like the rules, like nothing, until I met my boyfriend. He's a really big Liverpool fan, so obviously he was watching the football, like when we got together and stuff, he would obviously watch it. And I don't know when it started happening, to be honest, but I just remember when we first like noticed it and was like, this is weird, is when we were watching the World Cup. It would be like random teams, right, like random countries, because obviously like they all just like play each other. I don't know how it works, whatever. Anyway, it'd be like random countries who like I hadn't even heard of some of the countries, and I would just start like guessing what the score was, because I find it so boring to watch. And I'd just be like, I think it's going to be 2-1, 1-0, whatever. And I kept getting them right, and I was like, what the hell? It was really strange. And then when we moved like a year ago, there was a couple of matches in 1 week, and again, like I don't like follow the football, so I don't know who's playing well, who's not, unless I hear something like on the news or on the radio or something like that, or if he's obviously telling me, I kind of like can get a gist. But in general, I don't ever look anything up, so I don't know who's playing well and stuff. I only ever go off like if he's got it on and I happen to be watching it. And there was a run of about 3 or 4 games where I got every single thing right, even down to someone was scoring a penalty and I just quickly said, he's gonna shoot it down the middle, and Chat was like, no, because they never do that. What did he do? He shot it down the middle. And I said, bet you have ivory doors. So quickly he said that. And he was like, oh, gone, because he was like, there's no chance. And he went down the middle. So I was like, and he scored. So that was funny. And then I can't remember what the one after that was, but I was like, I bet you the £5 that I've already won that happens. Like, and I got him to actually put a bet on, because I don't bet either, but I got him to put a bet on, and whatever that was won, because that was again like, I think I said that it was like Man City and someone, I can't think who it was, and I said it was going to be like 2-1, and it was. So I ended up like converting the £5 to £20. So I was like, what the hell? So yeah, that's a really random fact, that I'm actually very good at being a football pundit. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I was literally thinking to myself, like when I was mowing the grass, I was like, oh, I haven't really like made a good prediction in a while for something where like I'm not putting any money on, like nothing like that, where I've just like thought about it, had a little think, and I thought, what do I feel like? And I was like, I'd heard at the start of well, before the football started, I heard that Newcastle hadn't won it for like 50 odd years. So I was like, and also when Liverpool played the other day, whatever final that was, because my boyfriend went to that one as well, and they lost. So, and like I said, I think that was quite a big game. Well, it might not have been a final, but I think it was quite a big game. and they lost that. So I thought, you know what, I've got a feeling that Newcastle are going to win. So I normally start my process as a football psychic. I normally start my process by thinking, who do I think is going to win? And then I figure out what is the score going to be. And my boyfriend has said to me, like, the scores are really hard to predict, because obviously it could be like 6-3, like, you don't know, like most people would probably just bet on who's going to win rather than the score, but I like to predict the score. I find that more exciting, it's more of a thrill. So yeah, I was thinking, I think Newcastle's going to win, but obviously is it going to be like 1-0, 3-1, like you could pick any combination, but I was like, I don't feel like it's going to be 1-0. I felt like Liverpool would get a goal, so I was like, it must be 2-1 then, because again, I couldn't envision any more than 3 goals by Newcastle. So I was thinking in my head, I think 2-1 to Newcastle, but I was like, I'm not going to message him or anything, because that's obviously like putting like negative energy out there for him. Like I want him to obviously hopefully enjoy the game. But anyway, I put it on at the end and it ended 2-1. So yeah, my football psychic like reading is alive and well. I haven't really tried and tested it with anything else, to be fair. I've only ever done it with the football, but I wonder if like anything else is on, whether I could predict how that would go, like maybe like rugby or something. But again, I have no knowledge of like any sports other than tennis really, and I feel like tennis is quite difficult because obviously you've got like set games and then like just the regular points. Can't think what that one's called, but you've got like kind of 3 scores, haven't you? So it depends like what level you'd want to go to, but there's not as many combinations, whereas like with football there's quite a lot of combinations which you could guess. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Probably not interesting to anyone else, but very strange how I have this ability yet I have no knowledge of football, nor interest in football, yet I seem to be able to predict them quite well. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know when like the next match is on that I'll be watching, but I can keep you updated if there's any more developments in my psychic abilities. I need to have a think about what I want for my tea as well. I might do salt and pepper chips with fish fingers, because that really hits the spot. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get on. I feel like my tan turned out really well. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but I feel like it looks really good. I feel like it's such a sun-kissed tan. Let me go and show you which one it is. I've also still got my spot patch on. Let me show you. It's more so I don't mess with it, which I've almost done quite a few times. It is Forever Sundays Self-Tanning Mousse. So it says 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. I think you just leave it on the darker you want it. So if you only wanted it quite light, you just leave it on for an hour, because it does go on and give you a tan like straight away. But I think if you just leave it on, which I've not washed it off yet, so, and I'm obviously not that dark, so I don't know what shade that is though. It might just be one shade. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I've never tried that brand, never even heard of that brand to be honest, but I definitely get them again. It's so easy to apply, and I feel you have to move quite quick with it, is the only thing I'd say, but it is really good and I would recommend it. That's like the 3rd time I've used it, I think, and I would really recommend it. You know, whenever I film, Honey decides to have a drink. I've just finished, put you there. I've just finished on the treadmill, I hope you can see me, and I'm literally just about to have my tea now. So yeah, I can show you what I'm having, to be fair. It's just finished. I'm having salt and pepper chips with 2 very big fish fingers from M&S, I want to say, or maybe Tesco, can't quite remember, and then just some broccoli as well. But yeah, I really like that meal. But like I said yesterday, there isn't much food inspiration here, so if that's what you're looking for, this probably isn't the channel for you, but that's what I'm having anyway. Yeah, I did exactly half an hour on the treadmill because I'm not even that hungry, you know, but I'm like, if I don't eat now, it's actually 10 to 8, it's gonna be really late, and I've just run half of a bath, so I'll run the other half when I've finished eating. But I just really need an early night, I think, because I've just had a look at the pre-course stuff for tomorrow and for work, and I think I need to do a bit of reading for that in the morning. So I didn't think there was any, and then I've just checked how I join, and thankfully it's just on Teams, but there is a bit of stuff to read through, but I have kind of done a bit of prep anyway, so I think it'll be covered. But yeah, I just want to give myself a bit of a head start tomorrow, but it starts at 9, so yeah, that should be fine. But I don't want to be on my like iPad and stuff dead late, because I literally didn't actually go to bed until midnight last night. I normally go to bed between like 10 and half 10, which is quite late for a lot of people, but I just can't get sleep anyway. And I normally am asleep by like midnight. So going to bed at midnight, I don't think I actually got asleep. Well, I couldn't get asleep anyway, and then I kept waking up, so it wasn't a good sleep. So that's probably why I'm quite tired as well. But yeah, I think I must have got asleep between like 1 and half 1, but I remember waking up about 4 or 5 times. So anyway, this is really boring for you. So I'll stop there. But yeah, I'm just gonna have my tea, have a bath, and then I will do another update before I end the vlog. I've just got out of the bath, done my skincare, in my pyjamas. The bed is now made, and I hate leaving that until I actually go to bed, so I've just done that. It's, what time is it? It's 9:30 now. I was just watching Zoella's new vlog. I still call her Zoella, but it's Zoe Sugg, isn't it? But yeah, I haven't watched her vlogs for ages, but it just popped up that she'd uploaded, so I just was watching that. I feel like now I'm vlogging, I need to look at other people's content to see what they actually talk about. But obviously hers is like her family, and you know, obviously Alfie's a vlogger as well. So I feel like today wasn't as productive as I was maybe hoping. But the main thing was to do the garden, which I did do. So that's a win. And at least I know that I can do an empties video and a get ready with me, like do my makeup and stuff. I'll do that sometime in the week and upload it, but it was more just a trial run, see how, if I could vlog, if I had things to say, get used to vlogging, and I feel like I've done that. So yeah, that's been the main point of this, but I will edit this together. I have no idea what I've even filmed today, to be honest, or how long it'll be. So, but I'm just going to upload what I've got, because like I said, it's kind of like not too serious at the minute. I'm just putting it out there, see what happens type of thing. Who knows what could happen? Who knows? It only takes one video to blow up, but I don't think anyone will really find what I'm saying that interesting. But like I said, I've been watching Sophia and Cinzia's vlogs, and I've been going to their old ones, and they just talk about like what's going on in their lives, like nothing really of interest. So that's all I want to do really, is just share what's going on with me and hope that it's comforting for people, because they're comforting for me to watch. So yeah, and then hopefully we can build like a little community on here. That's like my main thing, because I love on like Instagram and TikTok, mainly Instagram to be honest. I feel like TikTok is more about like new followers all the time, it's not on like new people interacting with you. But I feel like Instagram is where like I've actually like met people off Instagram in real life. Like I've got actual friends off Instagram, so I feel like that is like a proper community. So I hope that that is what happens with YouTube, because it's obviously more of like an in-depth look at your life really. I think Instagram's more like a day-to-day thing, isn't it, where like you're uploading stories. Obviously I'm not going to become a daily vlogger, but if I was, then I guess this would be the same situation. But yeah, I feel like Instagram's more like day-to-day, isn't it? Like you just upload quick things, and then like your main page is kind of like whatever your interest is. So like mine's like mainly makeup at the minute, but it could be whatever you want, like fashion or whatever. I just feel like YouTube is quite, it depends on your content really, but YouTube you get more of a feel for someone probably, because it's a longer form content, isn't it? So anyway, I've just seen on right now on ITV is Protection, which was actually filmed where I live. Apparently it was in the next street over, but it was filmed before I moved in. So I didn't see it being filmed, but I really want to watch it to see if I can figure out like where it was, or if I recognise where it was anyway. But yeah, I think it looks good, because it's got I can't think of the names, but it's got 2 actresses in who I really like watching, both northerners, which we love. But yeah, it was literally apparently filmed on the next street over, so I want to watch that, but I will wait until a couple of episodes have come out, I think. I was saying yesterday that I was watching The White Lotus, and I've got up to date with that now, so I'm going to have a look when the episodes come out for that. Now I've caught up, because like I said, I hadn't watched any, so I went from season 1. So yeah, I don't know what the actual like schedule of that is, but I'm up to date now, so I don't really want any spoilers, so I need to watch it like as it's coming out. I'm also watching Severance, but I think I've definitely got at least one episode of that, because I had a few to catch up on. I caught up, but there's either 1 or 2 episodes of that I need to catch up on, so I might have a look at that now and just see what I need to watch for that. And then, what's the other thing I'm watching? I'm watching Married at First Sight Australia. I think I'm on like episode 8 of that, and I can't think what else it is, but I've seen I think I said this in yesterday's video, but I've seen the Stephen Graham show. I really want to watch that, called Adolescence, I think. It's on Netflix. That's actually what I'm going to watch right now, is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm in the middle of like a lot of series at the minute, which is good. I do enjoy that. I feel like Severance though is kind of like, it's obviously all over the place, but I feel like it's too all over the place. Like, it's going too far from like where it started. So the first series of Severance was obviously mainly in like the office, wasn't it? You didn't really see much of the outies, I didn't feel like, and it was very separate. Whereas obviously this series, if you haven't watched, skip ahead, but this series is more kind of like the lives that intertwine in again, aren't they? So, but I don't know, I just feel like with that always happens, like when they increase the budget of things, like the budget of shows, it always kind of goes off on like a tangent, and the story like doesn't really stay true to its roots as they expand. But sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I fear with Severance, nobody has a clue what on earth is going on, and I feel like when you're like on episode 6 or 7 of a series, you should have like grasped what's happening in the second series at that point, and I've still not grasped it, and I don't think it's just me. So yeah, that's been a bit of a shame. But I've seen people say that about The White Lotus, the 3rd season, and because I've watched them back to back, I can tell you right now that it's exactly the same as all the others. I don't think it's like the best show ever. It's very good, and I like that it's a murder mystery, and it starts with, you know, it's the same format every time. So it starts with someone being murdered, and then you just figure out like, oh, who's been murdered, why have they been murdered, and obviously it's just about like all these like unique characters along the way. And I'm like, I don't know why people are saying that this season is like slow or whatever, because they're all exactly the same. Like, it's the same format every time, just different people, like different actors in a different location. That's the only difference, but it's exactly the same formula every time. So yeah, but I do enjoy it, but I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be, is what I would say. That's me anyway. I'm gonna watch the Stephen Graham show, because they do it in like one take every episode, so I think it looks really good, and I'm gonna probably edit this while I'm watching it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed spending the weekend with me. Leave your feedback below in a comment, hopefully a nice comment, on if you have found it of any interest. Probably not. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.